So good morning students. Today we will start with a new chapter, that is first chapter, that it is the reproduction in organisms. This is the first chapter of first unit, that is the reproduction. Okay, we had till now in the last class we had discussed about the second chapter, but for now we will go for the first chapter. See, each and every living organisms. Here the term reproduction they had given. Each and every living organism has the ability. One of the important characteristics of the living organism is that it is the reproduction. Okay, to continue the race of generation. Okay, so this reproduction is very necessary. So here, this is one of reproduction. It is one of the physiological process. What it is? It is one of the physiological process in which the parents or the cells or the whole organism involved in the formation of the next generation or the offspring. So in this chapter, the first topic that is the lifespan. What is the first topic over here? That is the lifespan. What do you mean by lifespan? See here, each and every organism can live only for a certain period of time. See, living organisms they are telling. In these living organisms, all living organisms will come, such as animals, plants, microorganisms. In this microorganism, fungi, algae, bacteria, all that will come. So all living organisms are having an ability, that is the reproduction. As well as before going to the reproduction, here they can live only a certain period of time. They can live only for a certain period of time. Here, no organism is immortal. Immortal means here no organism in this world or on the universe is immortal, means they cannot live till when the world is going to end. Okay, there will be see, when these living organisms they have a particular birth time, and from birth to the whenever their life ends, to that we are calling it as the death. Okay, so that time period between the birth to the natural death. Why we are considering here the natural death means because many organisms, such as if you take example of man, they will perform this suicide. Okay, suicide, by which that we cannot say that it is a natural death. Okay, so here what is lifespan? So it is the time period between the birth and the natural death. So this is the definition of lifespan or the meaning of lifespan, where all organisms will live only for a certain period of time. That is the thing. Okay, they are not immortal. They are not going to be live till when the world is going to end. Okay, they have a certain period of time. That period of time we are calling it as the lifespan. Okay. So see here, lifespan of few organisms are discussed over here. Some plants and animals. They have given the lifespan of some plants and animals. So first we will see here about the animals. Okay, the first one, that is the elephant. Elephant, which can be, what is the lifespan of the elephant means, that is 50 to 70 years. Okay, the next, dog. Second one, dog, 12 to 22 years. Third one, that is butterfly, 3 to 6 weeks. Then fourth one, crow, 7 to 8 years. Then parrot, it is 22 years. Okay, the next cow is there. Sorry, parrot, it is 10 to 30 years. Except these, they have given some more animals, their lifespan. Cow, that is 22 years. Sixth one, 22 years. The next, that it is crocodile, 45 years. The next, housefly, sorry, horse, 40 years. Then next, fruit fly, 9 days. Then lastly, tortoise, 150 years. So this is about the lifespan of in animals. They have given several examples. So see here, lifespan of organism. Here they have given of some animals. Here, one of the things, here they had given elephant lifespan is 50 to 70 years. As you know, elephant, which is one of the bigger animal, which by size it will be so much huge. Okay, if you take one more example, that is tortoise, which is not too much bigger. It will be smaller, but you see the lifespan. Okay, their size is not associated or not related with the lifespan of the particular animal. Here you see elephant is so much big, but their lifespan is short. Short as compared to the tortoise, whose lifespan is 150 years, but tortoise will be the smaller animal. Okay, if you see here, one more example, you take crow and parrot. They look similar. Okay, that means their size is similar, but the color will be differing. The crow will be black in color and parrot will be green in color, but size, their shape, their structure, their organization is similar. But you see the lifespan, how much it is differing. Crow lifespan is 7 to 8 years, but the parrot lifespan is 10 to 30 years. Okay, so much difference is there. So why I am telling about these things means, here their sizes, their size, their structure, their organization is not related with the lifespan. Okay, lifespan is the birth to the natural death. Here, in the different types of animals, you can see the different lifespan. It will be variable in the different animals. So see here, which of the animal will be having a highest lifespan means that is the tortoise. And lowest lifespan means that we can say fruit fly has the lowest lifespan, that is of 9 days. Okay, so this is about the lifespan in animals. Then some more examples we will take according to the plant. What are that means? Rose plants. Plants, in that first one, rose plant will have a lifespan of 100 years. How much it is? 100 years. Banana plant Banana plant, it is 2 to 3 years. Then third one, rice plant, it is 3 to 7 months. Then fourth one, it is banyan tree. Banyan tree, it is 2000 years. Now you see, and mango tree is also there, and people tree is also there. Okay, mango tree, people tree, both they look similar, but their lifespan will be smaller. People tree will have a larger lifespan, mango tree will have a smaller lifespan. If we see rose plant, which is one of the smallest plant, not bigger tree. Okay, it is one of the smallest plant, but it has a lifespan of 100 years. This is the example to show that the size, the structure, the organization of the plants are not related with the lifespan. Okay, and you see the banana plant, which is much bigger than the rose plant, but it has only 2 to 3 years. Okay, then if you see the rice plant, it will be 3 to 7 months. And lastly, one of the big tree, huge tree, which is having a higher lifespan means that is 2000 years. See, if we see among all the living organisms, there will be some organisms whose lifespan is in days. Okay, within the days they are going to finish it. Their lifespan is going to complete it. But some organisms are there whose lifespan will go up to the 100,000 years. Okay, so this is the about the lifespan. So here, whatever be the lifespan of the different living organism, but no living organism is immortal. Okay, so except single-celled organisms. Okay, except single-celled organism, they may be immortal. Okay, except that single-cell organism, all the other organisms are not immortal. Okay, so this is about the lifespan. Next, we will go for the next topic, that is about the reproduction. Next topic, that it is the reproduction. So let's see about the reproduction. What do you mean by reproduction? What are the different types of reproduction? What is the criteria of reproduction? So here, reproduction is defined as a biological process. It is defined as a biological process where in which an organisms give rise to the young ones, in which an organisms give rise to the young ones, gives rise to the young ones, that young ones which are also known as the offspring. Young ones similar to itself. See here, reproduction. What do you mean by reproduction? First, we will see the meaning of reproduction. It is one of the biological process. Okay, biological means that something is related with the nature. Okay, so it is one of the, see, all the living organisms, either it may be unicellular, multicellular, plant. See, again, this offspring. See, for example, parents, they reproduces and they will produce the offspring. This offspring or the new individual, what we call, they again undergo into the growth. Okay, growth, then again they will reproduce. Reproduce, then again they will form the offspring. So this cycle of the reproduction will be continued within the organisms. Okay, so this will be continuing within the, there is a cycle of birth, growth and death. Within the living organism, there is three stages, that is, birth is there, growth is there, then death is there. These are the three events which are going to take place within the living organism. So here, what are the necessity? Why this reproduction is essential for the living organism? Let's see here. First of all, reproduction gives a continuity of the species. First thing, what is the necessity of reproduction means that it is continuity of a species. What do you mean by this? Okay, species means which will, the organism which will be having a more closely related characters. That it is known as the species. Okay, so if that species has to continue, for example, I will take that is the dinosaur. Dinosaur, which is one of the extinct animals. Now in this world, this dinosaur species has vanished. Why? Because there is no reproduction. Till now we don't know what is the reason why they had become extinct. But we can take an example for this continuation of species. So here dinosaurs, they are unable to reproduce. If they are unable to reproduce, if any animal is unable to reproduce, then their species is going to be extinct. Because there is no continuation of generation, that particular species will become the extinct. For the continuity of a species, the reproduction is very important. Okay, for continuation of the generation. For example, one more example we can take. See, one family is there. In the family, what we call grandfather, grandmother is there. Their children, father, then father's brother, that is uncle, what we call. Father gets married to the mother and their children. Okay, if father or mother is infertile means they are unable to produce children. In that case, what happens means their family is going to be stopped. Okay, they don't have children means then there will be no next generation. Okay, then uncle is there, uncle married to the auntie, then they will be having children. Among that, if one children is infertile, means unable to reproduce, in that case their family will stop. Okay, in like that only, if it is taking place within the organism, within the species, you can take many species within the animals or within the plants. Okay, if like that their reproduction stops, means there will be no continuation of species. The species will become the extinct. The next, for the species maintenance. Okay, this reproduction is necessary for the species maintenance. Species maintenance. Okay, this is one thing. Then absence of reproduction may get the species extinction soon. Okay, the next here, say here to continue the race of generation, to continue the species, continuity of the species from generation after generation. For this reason, the reproduction is very necessary. So here, see, if reproduction is taking place, either it may be further you will come to know what are the different types of reproduction. See here, what is the thing I am going to tell here is if this is the parent, okay, parent is going to form the children. These are the children or the next generation. Okay, so here the parent, this is the offspring. I told you in the definition of reproduction, the offsprings will be similar to itself. Offsprings will be similar to whom? To the parents. This is the parent. How? Because they are going to reproduce through the cells. Okay, if we take an example of human being or animals, they are going to reproduce through the cells. So this cell will have a nucleus. This nucleus will have the genetic material. Genetic material. So, among parents, there will be two parents. Two parents are going to fuse and they will form the next generation. So, there, these also will have the genetic material. In the genetic material, what it will be? There will be presence of chromosomes. Okay, so this is the paternal chromosome. Paternal chromosome means that is the chromosome which is receiving from the father. This is the maternal chromosome which is receiving from the mother. So they both combine these two chromosomes which are coming from the parents. Then this is going to inherited to the next generation. Inherited means transferring to the next generation. Okay, due to which you can see the similar characters from parents to the next generation. You can compare yourself with your parents. Okay, some or the other things are similar to your parents. Why? This is the reason. That is the transformation of genetic material from the parents to the offspring. That is the thing. That's why you are, or not only you, all the organisms are similar to their parents. Okay, so the next there is a much or there is a variety of living organisms in this world. They all have different methods. Means there is more diversity of living organisms. So all living organisms will not have a similar type of reproduction. Here the reproduction is divided into two types. What are the two types? Or types of reproduction. What are the types of reproduction? We will see here. Here you see, that is types of reproduction. Here you see, before going to the types of reproduction, why all the living organism does not have a similar way or similar method of reproduction means they have their own different physiology. Okay, some of the organism does not produce the gametes. Gametes means that is the reproductive cells. Some of the organism produces the gametes. Okay, according to that, we can say their physiology will be varying in different animals. So that is the reason the different organism will perform the different methods of reproduction. Here you can say the first one, that is when offspring is produced from a single parent. Okay, when offspring is produced from a single parent, there is no gamete formation, then we can call it as the sexual reproduction. So see here, first type of sexual reproduction. What do you mean by this sexual reproduction? Means offspring produced by produced by the single parent produced by the single parent with or without involvement of, they may be gamete formation, they may not be gamete formation, with or without involvement of gamete formation. Okay, so this is known as the asexual reproduction, or this method or this reproduction is known as the asexual reproduction. One example I will tell you here. Planaria is there. This is the planaria. Okay, platform. Planaria, it will divide by regeneration. Okay, fragmentation, regeneration. Fragmentation means their body is going to divide into equal parts. How means, see here, in this way. First it is going to divide, then their body part, it will give rise to a new organism. Yes, sir. Their body is going to divide and it is going to form the two new offsprings. That means whether any other organism coming and mating with this planaria? No. Only single parent. This is the single parent which is undergoing into a sexual reproduction. Okay, further you will see what are the different types of the asexual reproduction. Okay, among that, one example, see you had studied in 10th standard class. Okay, what is that? This process or this method of asexual reproduction is known as the fragmentation. There is no involvement of another parent, there is no gamete formation. Any sperm, any ova, that is not going to form. The total whole body is going to divide and this body will give rise to the two new individuals. Okay, so this is the asexual reproduction. This is asexual reproduction without gamete formation. Okay, there is no gamete formation. One more example I will tell you, that is, you can take an example of fungi. Okay, here in the fungi, there will be hyphae, they will produce these spores. A many number of spores they are going to produce. These spores will fall down and they will form a new individual. Okay, here also a single body gives rise to a new generation or a new individual, but with the gamete formation. Here without gamete formation, here with the gamete formation. Either there will be, see here, offspring produced by the single parent with or without involvement of gamete formation. That method of reproduction, we can call it as the asexual reproduction. Next, that is the sexual reproduction. What do you mean by sexual reproduction? That we will see here. Next term, that it is second type, that is the sexual reproduction. here in the sexual reproduction, which is opposite to the asexual reproduction. Here in the sexual reproduction, there is an involvement of two parents, and the two parents will be of opposite sex. Involvement of two parents Okay, opposite means so maybe it will be male and female. So here, and one more very important thing, here in this process or in this method, there is an gamete formation is going to take place. Gamete formation. Gamete means what? That it is the reproductive cells. Reproductive cells are going to form. Okay, that is the gamete formation are going to take place. Where? In the sexual reproduction. Reproductive cells, or else you can also say that the sex cells. Okay, common sex cells or the gametes are the that is sperm and ova. Compulsory in the sexual reproduction or during the sexual reproduction, there will be gametes are going to form. There is an involvement of two parents, that is one will be the male and one will be the female. And the third criteria for sexual reproduction, that it is the fusion of male and female gamete. First thing, involvement of two parents. Second thing, gamete formation. Third thing, fusion of here, next one, that is asexual reproduction. First one, in detail, we will talk about the asexual reproduction. As I told, there is involvement of only single individual, or here in the asexual reproduction, single individual or else a single parent also we can say. Single individual, that individual we can consider it as the parent. Single parent is capable of producing offerings. Okay, it is here a single parent is going to produce the offspring. So the offspring that are produced are not only identical to one another, but it is exact copies of their parents. Where? When there is an asexual reproduction. See here, offspring or whatever the offspring which are produced, after the asexual reproduction, it is not only identical, but it is exact copy of their parents. Okay, exact copies means Xerox copies we will call. Like that only the offsprings will be. For example, I had showed you by taking and planet as an example. There will be no variability. There will be no changes because there is no involvement of any other organism. Single parent by itself, they are going to produce the next generation. So here, not only identical, but they are the exact copies of their of their parent. And they termed, see, which are genetically identical to their parents, to them they had given a term that is clone, where the organisms will be exact copies of their parent. That term they had given as clone, and this clone will be asked for 1 mark. What is clone? Okay, so clone, it is used to describe the morphological Morphologically and genetically similar individual. Morphologically and genetically individual. Genetically similar individual. Now, see here what happens in the asexual reproduction. For example, amoeba. Okay, amoeba, it will undergo first here. Amoeba. This is the amoeba, which is single cell animal or unicellular organism. So here, first, how the amoeba is going to divide means that is by the asexual reproduction. So what happens means first there, this is the nucleus. First there, nucleus is going to divide. Okay, and that time here you can see the nucleus has become large. First it will grow in size. Then the nucleus is going to divide. Here you can see in the third diagram, the nucleus is going to divide like this. If nucleus divides means there will be division of what? Cytoplasm. If cytoplasm is going to divide, then a new two individuals are going to form. Okay, in this sense, see this amoeba. And this amoeba, they both are similar to each other, and they both are similar to their parent. This is the parent, and these are the offsprings. We can also call them as, see, there is no involvement of any other individual over here. Only a single cell is going to form a offspring. That is the reason they are the exact copies of their parent. Okay, so that morphologically means by size, by shape, by structure, they are similar, but also they had given genetically similar. Genes, their nucleus, their genetic material. Here you can see the nucleus is going to divide. At that time, their genes or genetic material is also going to be distributed to their offspring. So this is about the one example of sexual reproduction. In the next class, we will discuss about what are the different types of or different methods of sexual reproduction. Okay, thank you.